In our class today, we're going to be working on building strength and stability in our Vinyasa flow. So it's going to be a fun, dynamic practice. Now, we're still going to take our time moving into these poses slowly with presence and awareness. But we're going to work to find the depth and the engagement in the body, okay? So really having that be the focus of today's practice, where we flex the muscles, we engage the body, we work to find our edge so we know, all right, this is max effort, then we can start to back off from there. Now, having said that, you still got to move slowly into these poses and be smart, okay? This is your practice. The practice has got to serve us, all right, and be good for us. So just know you can modify at any time. If some of the poses don't quite work for you today for any reason, you can skip them. It's all good, all right? So in our practice, we're just going to keep this connection to the breath, building strength and stability. Now, pro tip, if you want to speed things up a little bit here, you can watch this on 1.2 or 1.5, maybe even 2x speed, and that'll get you through the practice a little bit sooner. But don't rush, really take your time. All right, let's get to laying on our mat. Find a comfortable position. Now, you may see me move around on my mat, and you may even see me not do some of the poses. So really start to tap into my voice, start to listen to what you hear and applying that into the body. Let's bring the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Relax the feet and the shoulders. Take an exhale breath. Take an inhale through the nose, down into the belly, all the way up to the chest. And an open mouth exhale. Another inhale, fill it up from the bottom to the top. Exhale, let it go. Good, one more breath. In through the nose, into the belly, all the way up to the chest. Open mouth exhale. Breathe normally. Take a moment. Set your intention for today's practice. Good. Start your Ujjayi breathing in and out through the nose, finding that constriction in the back of the throat. Breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale for about 4 or 5 seconds. Exhale for 4 or 5 seconds. Establish this connection to the breath. So each practice, it should be getting easier and easier to focus on the breath, to let go of distractions. Every day is a little different, so some days may be better than others. Just know you're making progress right now. We're going to maintain this breath throughout our practice. This will be our focal point where we focus our attention. So rest the arms alongside the body. Plant the feet into the ground about hip distance apart. Walk the heels towards the hips. Point the toes forward. Good. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the hips up. Hold here. Push the feet down gently. Squeeze the inner thighs together as if you have a block in between the legs. One more inhale. Lift the pubic bone up. Exhale, lower down. First the upper back, the middle back, all the way to the tailbone. Good. Again, inhale, bridge pose. Lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. First the upper back, the middle back, all the way to the tailbone. One more time. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the hips up. Exhale, lower down. Good. Pull the knees into the chest. Some small circles on the lower back. And just check in. How's the body feel today? Are there any areas that maybe need a bit more attention? We got to work with our body. This practice does a great job of meeting us where we're at. So there's always modifications. There's always things we can do to make this practice work for us. So please reach out if you have any questions. Happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. Little rock left to right. Let's take a figure 4 across the right leg over the left. Engage the ankles. Push this right knee forward. Good. You can always plant this left foot onto the ground if you need. If you are ready to go a little deeper, reach through, grab the hamstring or the shin. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, creating space. Exhale, pulling that left knee a little closer to you. Keep the ankles engaged. Breathe here. Now remember, we don't want to forget about the other parts of the body while we're focusing on a specific part. So we got to keep our awareness real high. One more breath. Good. Keep this figure four. Bring the arms out to a goalpost position. And then drop the feet over towards the left. Try to plant the foot into the ground so the knee is pointing up. You can take your left hand and grab the ankle or the shin. Try to draw the right knee forward. Relax the right shoulder. Good. Working to square the shoulders towards the ceiling. Good. Unwind the legs. Come back to center. We'll take a figure four, other side. Left leg over the right. Find the depth that works for you. Now every side might be a little different in the body, and it's all good. Just work with the space you have. Continue to breathe. Inhale. On the exhale, pull the right knee towards you. One more breath. Engaging those ankles. Full exhale. Good. Bring the arms out to a goalpost. Take an inhale. On the exhale, drop the knees over towards the right. Option to take the right hand and grab the ankle or the shin. Relax the left shoulder, open the shoulders towards the ceiling. Full breath in, full exhale. Good, unwind, come back to center. Pull the knees into the chest, small circles on the low back. Good, then we'll rock and roll along the back. We'll come into a tabletop position. Good, so start to tune into my voice and listen and apply what you hear into the body. So you don't have to keep looking at the screen, right? We really want to start to pay attention so that we can listen and then just do the practice. Push the palms down, knees under the hips, wrist under the shoulders, spread the fingers out evenly. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, look over the left shoulder, hips sway to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder, hips sway to the left, back and forth. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Take a few rounds on your own. You're working on that side-to-side movement with the spine. Inhale, cow pose, look up, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat, round through the back, chin to the chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, chin to the chest, round through the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Neutral tabletop. Let's stretch out the wrist. Take one hand, flip it back towards the knees. If you can do both at the same time, go for it. Spread the fingers out. Push the heel of the palm down. Start to rock the hips back. Find a neutral position. Lean to the left. Lean to the right. If you're doing one hand at a time, go ahead and switch. Good. Back to a neutral tabletop position. Child's pose. Bring the knees out wide. Big toes to touch. Drop the hips back and down. Extend the arms forward. Forehead comes to the mat. Breathe into the sides of the body. Full breath in. Full exhale. Try to take that breath into the lower part of the lungs, filling up from the bottom all the way to the top. Inhale back up to our tabletop position. Knees under the hips. Let's go ahead and circle out this right hip. Find some movement. Good. Extend that right leg behind you. Point through the toes. Walk the right palm towards the center of the mat. Extend the left arm in front. Take an inhale breath. Reach through the toes. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the palm down. Good. Circle out this hip one more time. And extend this foot off to the side. We'll plant the foot down. We'll come into gate pose. Inhale to come on up. Reach the right hand up. On the exhale, lean over towards that extended foot. Good. So we're trying to keep the sides of the body long. We're looking up, rotating the rib cage up. Continue to breathe. Good. Inhale back to center. Reach both arms up. On the exhale, plant the palms down. Keep that foot extended. Take an inhale for cow pose. Exhale, cat. Round through the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Engage the core. Lift this foot off the ground. Bring it back in. Good. Take this left leg out. Circle it out. Find some movement. You can do big circles, small circles. I like to move the leg around in sometimes weird directions. And just kind of do what feels good here. Good. Walk that left palm towards the center. Good. Extend that left leg back. Point through the toes. Reach the right arm forward. Reach through the fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Round through the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the right palm down. Extend this foot off to the side. Gate pose. Inhale, come on up. Reach the right arm up. Exhale, lean over towards the foot. Good. Palms facing down. We're reaching through the fingers. We're still keeping this shoulder locked in, so not overextending, but really finding that length. And then we're pushing this right shin down, finding length through the side of the body, rotating and looking up. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. On the exhale, bring the hands through the heart. Plant the palms down. Keep that leg extended. Palms come down. Inhale, cow pose, look up. Exhale, cat, round through the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Engage the core. Bring this foot back in with some control. Nice job, guys. Let's go ahead and bring the knees together. Actually, we'll come to sit up on our toes. So tuck the toes so that the heels are lifted. And then start to lean back, stretching out the bottoms of the feet. Some of you may just keep the hands right on the ground. That's all good. If some of you can come up, you can rest the hands on the thighs. Take a few breaths here. So squeezing the ankles together. There's this lift upward, making sure all the 10 toes are pointing forward. Good. Inhale, plant the palms back down, flip the feet, tap the tops of the feet on the mat. Come back to downward dog. Walk the palms up to the top. Lift the hips up and back. I always like to pedal out my feet here. Just make the movement mindful. Stay connected to the breath. Lifting one heel, drawing the other to the ground. Going back and forth a few times. And we still may need to just play with the distance between the feet and the hands. So trying to find the right distance. Now, what we're going for from our downward dog pose is if we can shift forward into plank pose and not make any adjustments. Right? I'm a little far forward, so I can do a chaturanga from here, but a little tough. So I can actually come back to downward dog, maybe lengthen my stance out just a little bit. We'll do the check, shift forward to plank pose. If you really got to readjust the feet, There we go. That's better. Exhale back to downward dog. That's okay. So if you're too close or too far together, we just gotta find the sweet spot. But just know as you shift forward, if your downward dog has to be a little closer, because that's where it's at today. When we shift forward, you can just readjust the feet so you're in a solid plank with the wrist over the ankles, wrist over the shoulders rather. Right? Good. From downward dog, take an inhale breath, draw the heels down, push the palms down. Full exhale. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, hands could come to the shins, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten the back, gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. Eyes to the ground, neck stays long. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips down. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Push the feet down, reach through the fingers. Exhale, hands to the chest. Pause here, make sure the toes are pointing forward. You're in a balanced position with the feet. You can bring them a little closer together or keep them hip distance apart. Push the palms together. Exhale all the air out. Moving meditation. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, keep the spine long. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Move with the breath. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms come out. Now, we do reach our arms a lot in this yoga practice, so if the shoulders ever need a break, you can always bring the hands to the hips. That's cool. Just keep this lift and lengthening. You can also bring the hands right to the chest. Either way, we're still working. Engaging the muscles in the legs. Take one more inhale. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step this right leg back, low lunge. Got the option to take a blanket underneath the knee. Hands could start at the hips. Now remember this back foot, you can keep the top of the foot down or keep it tucked. This will give you a bit more stability. Knee over the ankle. You can always walk this front foot towards the edge of the mat. Hips and shoulders square forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the hips towards that front heel. Breathe here. Inhale, we're lifting. Exhale, finding more depth. Breathe into the body. Full exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and breathe into the sides of the body, through the rib cage. Exhale, finding more depth. One more inhale. Good. On the exhale, half split, straighten out the front leg. Remember, guys, you got these blocks here. They can be really handy. If your hands don't quite reach the ground in a lot of these poses, I'm telling you, get some blocks. Make the practice so much better. Good, so flexing the toes towards you, rotating this left outer hip back and down, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, come up halfway, flatten the back, keep the neck long. Exhale, fold a little deeper, reach the crown of the head forward. Good, inhale, we'll come back into the lunge, shorten your stance a little bit, reach on up. On the exhale, bring the left hand to the knee, keep this right arm lifted, side stretch, lean across the body. Good, looking up, rotating the rib cage up, palms facing down. Good, keep trying to find length. So even if this arm's bent, if we can't quite get there, we're reaching, we're working it. Good, inhale, both arms will reach up. Exhale, plant the hands down onto the blocks or the ground. Runner's lunge, lift this back foot off the ground. Breathe here, reach the chest forward. Good, rock forward and back a few times. Step this back foot up, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg will step back, low lunge. Drop the back knee down. Hands could start at the hips. Find the alignment, knee over ankle. Hips and shoulders square forward. Good. Relax where you can. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the hips towards the front heel. Inhale, we're lengthening upward. Exhale, finding depth. Good. Let that inhale breath bring some lightness, a little lift. Exhale, keep the length, drop the hips down. Good. Continue to breathe. One more inhale. Good. On the exhale, half split, straighten out the front leg. Adjust the feet where you need to. Flex the toes towards you. Good. Crown of the head reaches forward. Now this right outer hips gently pulling back and down. Shoulders away from the ears. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Try to flatten the back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Last breath here. Good. So this active stretching is what we're looking for. Inhale, shorten the stance, back into the low lunge. Reach the arms up. On the exhale, bring this right hand to the knee. Keep the left arm extended. Side stretch. Lean across the body over towards the right. I'm looking up, rotating upward. Good. Breathe here. Now if you push this back knee and shin down, you'll be able to lengthen a bit more. There are small little adjustments. One more inhale. Good. Full exhale. Inhale, both arms will reach up. Good. On the exhale, hands to the ground, frame this front foot, runner's lunge. Good. Stay right here and breathe for a moment. Good. So this heel behind you is reaching towards the wall, crown of the head's reaching forward. Good. So you can see how handy these blocks could be. So I can actually get into the pose and find the alignment from my back foot all the way through the spine. Rock forward and back, step it up, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, plank pose. So coming into plank pose. Hold for a moment in plank. Pull the core in. Try to lift the hamstrings, lift the shins, lift the heels, lift the upper back towards the ceiling. One more inhale. On the exhale, Ashtam Pranam. Drop the knees to the mat. Lower the chest all the way down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Cobra pose. Palms by the ribs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale, Cobra. Lift the chest. Squeeze the elbow tips towards the feet. Exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale, Cobra, hold here. Maybe hover the palms. Good, neck stays long. Gaze is just in front of you slightly. Exhale, forehead comes down. Push yourself up, tabletop position, engage the core. Knees underneath the hips, wrist under the shoulders. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Take two more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop. We'll come to downward dog. Lift the hips up and back. Inhale, that right leg will reach up. Good. Keep it nice and long here. Pointing through the toes or reaching through the heels. Ground the palms down. One more inhale. Exhale, knee to right upper arm. Shift forward. Inhale, lengthen it back. Flex the muscles in that right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, cross the body, left upper arm. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Rise on up, hands could start at the hips. Adjust the feet where you need to. Good, so feeling nice and stable, squeezing the inner thighs together, pushing this front foot down. Remember this back leg, it can be as bent as we like, but we want to start to work it to a little straighter. Inhale, breath brings the arms up. Find some lift. Exhale, bending into that front knee. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, wave the arms back, lean forward, bring some weight into this front foot. Inhale, biceps by the ears, stay low, pull the ribs and core in. Good, one more breath, inhale. Exhale, standing splits, hands to the ground, back foot lifts off. All right, now we can work on that balance. Maybe you grab the ankle. You can just be real light with the hands on the ground. Take an inhale, half lift, flatten the back, reach that leg back. Exhale, Jiva squat, knee behind knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Jiva squat. Good. Inhale, lengthen it up. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Keep it moving, you're doing great. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Vinyasa. Plant the palms if you're ready for Chaturanga. Bend the elbows halfway. Inhale to up dog. You can always stick with that cobra if you like. Knees are lifted, shoulders away from the ears. You're reaching the chest forward here in up dog. So you're reaching forward, and then there's a little bit of a back bend. Good. Take it to downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Hold and breathe. Ground the palms. Flex this left leg. Reach it up and back. Try to keep it long. Exhale, knee to left upper arm. Inhale, lengthen that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen it back. Flex the muscles in the leg. Exhale to right upper arm. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, step it through. High lunge. Rise on up. Hands can start at the hips. Find the pose. Adjust where you need. Inhale, breath. Arms reach up. Breathe here. Exhale, we find depth. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep working it. Each side might be a little different. It's all good. Just keep breathing into the body. Keep finding the depth on the exhale. Pushing that front foot down. One more inhale. Exhale, wave the arms back. Lean the chest forward. Squeeze the palms together. Inhale. Reach the arms forward. Biceps by the ears. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, standing splits. Back foot comes off. Good. Find your balance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Jiva squat, knee behind knee. Inhale, lengthen that right leg back. Exhale, Jiva squat, knee behind knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, lengthen, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to the chest. Keep it moving. You guys are doing great. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Vinyasa. Take your time through plank pose. Exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg will reach up and back. Then on the exhale, step it through. Warrior 2. Back foot spins to 90. Come on up. So we know the alignment here. Knee over the ankle. Heel to arch alignment. So adjust where you need to. Gaze over the fingertips. Good. This left rib cage is rotating back slightly. Pushing this front foot down. Now look down. Can you see the big toe just on the inside part of the knee? Good. So we got to start to use our awareness to find these little adjustments in the body. Work the breath on the exhale, finding depth, bending into the front knee, dropping the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse. Reach up and back. Stay for a breath. Good. Come forward. Extended side angle. Forearm could rest on the thigh. I like to point these fingers forward. You also have the option to reach them straight up. Drop the hips down. You're working to find this line of energy from that back foot all the way through the side of the body, through the fingers. You're rotating and looking up. Inhale, reverse, straighten out the front leg, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palms up, breath to movement. Inhale, lift and lengthen, pull it in towards the core. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant the palms. Move through that vinyasa. Take your time in these transitions. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg will reach up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Come on up, adjust the feet. So finding these poses a little quicker, extending the arms forward, pushing that front foot down, then trying to lift the inner arch of this back foot, right? Really engaging the feet down, but finding the balance between effort and ease. And sometimes it does help to look sideways, so you can look sideways, kind of adjust your body. Sometimes we reach too far forward or too far back. I want to find the sweet spot, right? Work the breath. Inhale. Exhale, bending into that front knee. Rotating this right rib cage back, gaze right over the fingertips. Good. Pull the feet apart, push them together. Inhale, reverse, reach up and back. Stay for a breath. Good. Come forward, extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Other arm could reach up. Point the fingers forward, palm facing down if you're pointing the fingers forward. Good. Drop the hips. This is a tough pose. This one really works it. Builds that strength on those inner thighs for sure. Keep it up. You guys are doing great. Inhale, reverse. Straighten out the front leg. Reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palms up. Breath to movement. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Pull it in towards the core. Exhale, warrior two. Keep this knee tracking over the ankle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Good. Remember, you can always bring the knees to the mat. Lower halfway. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward dog. Great work, guys. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step it through, high lunge, right into it. So we've been here before. Finding the pose a bit quicker. Arms reach up. Take a breath here. Open, twist on the exhale. Right arm behind, left arm in front. Squeeze the thighs together. Stay tall. Good. You can keep looking forward or look back. Good. Exalted, look forward. Bring this hand to the hamstring. Right, left arm reaches up. Take a nice big inhale breath. On the exhale, warrior two. Arms spin around. Back foot opens to 90 degrees. Adjust the feet. Find the pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Breath to movement. Inhale, reaching up and back. You can straighten out the front leg if you like. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe both arms reach forward. Nice. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, plant the palms. Vinyasa. Inhale, left leg will reach up. On the exhale, step it through, high lunge. Come on up, finding the pose a bit quicker, finding the depth. Stay connected to the breath. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, open twist, left arm behind, right arm in front. Squeeze the thighs together, stay tall. Exalted, look forward, reach the right arm up, left hand can come to the hamstring. Big inhale, breath. Exhale, warrior two, back foot spins down. Adjust the feet. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Vinyasa. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale all the way up to the top, big lift. Exhale, hands to the chest, relax the arms down. Well done. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders up and down a few times. Good, we'll come into tree pose. Hands to the hips, open up this left leg. Just kick it open to start. Check the hips, get everything equal. Nice. Now this standing leg, okay, this right leg, bend into it, really feel it firm into the ground. Find a focal point to lock your eyes. Now you can bring this foot to the calf, or you can bring it all the way up the inner thigh. I'm going to stay right here at the calf. Good. Inhale, breath brings the arms up. Let's breathe. Inhale brings length. Exhale, we can tighten it up. Pull the core in towards the spine. Keep breathing. If you can look up, that'll challenge the balance a little bit. Find your edge. Good. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Bring this left knee to 90 degrees. Bring the right hand to the knee. We'll take an open twist. Reach the left arm behind you. Some of you may grab the outer edge of the foot and extend this foot forward. It depends on where you're at with your practice or how you're feeling today. Wherever you're at, take another breath. Stay tall. Good. Come back to center. Release the foot down. Well done. All right, we'll open up this right leg. Tree pose. Find your focal point. Find your balance. Foot to the calf. Or you can bring the foot all the way up the inner thigh. Let's stay right here today. Good. Once you got the balance, inhale, breath, reach on up. Breathe here. We also got to find where we can relax, right? A lot of times it's in the shoulders. Even though we're lifting, we can still lift with some sense of relaxation, right? We're still engaging. I can feel the energy flowing upward, right? We're still connected to the breath. Good. On the exhale, hands to the hips. Bring this knee to 90 degrees. Stay tall. Open twist. Left hand to the knee. Right arm reaches back. Good. See if you can look behind you. Again, you got the option to grab the outer edge of the foot. I like these balancing poses because they're fun, and if you fall out, no big deal. But I will say, if you do fall out, take some time to get back into the pose. Don't just rush right back into it. Looking forward, unwinding, foot to the ground, hands down. Nice job. Take an inhale, breath, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, move through that vinyasa. Half push-up. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. On the exhale, step it through. Warrior one, back foot to 90, about 45 degrees rather. Come on up, hips and shoulders squared forward. Okay, warrior one. Bring the arms up. Breathe here. So that inhale breath brings some lift. Exhale, we can find more depth. This left hip is rotating forward. Good, keep working it. Another breath here. Good. On the exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Start to lean forward a little bit. So pull the core in, roll the shoulders away from the ears, bringing some more weight into this front foot. Good. Now we're going to take an inhale, biceps by the ears. Stay low, pull the ribs in. Breathe here. Slowly start to rise up, push the front foot down. Take a nice big inhale breath. Good. On the exhale, hands come down, flip the back heel up, move through that vinyasa. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, back foot to 45 degrees. Come on up. Hips and shoulders square forward. Knees still over the ankle. So find the alignment, right? Take your time. Inhale, breath. Brings the arms up. Exhale, we sink down. Right hips rotating forward, but we're still keeping this back foot anchored. Really trying to push that pinky side edge of that back foot down. So we got a nice long line of energy through the body. This front knee's drawing forward as we find depth into it. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips. Good. Start to lean forward. Gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the neck long. Bring some weight into this front foot. Good. This left outer hip pulls back and down towards the heel behind us slightly. Inhale, biceps by the ears. Breathe here. Hold. Next, inhale, slowly start to rise. Warrior one, push into the front foot. Big inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Move through that vinyasa. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep moving, guys. You're doing great. Inhale, chair pose. Good. We'll bring the hands to the hips. Hover this right foot off the ground. Step it back. Warrior one. Back foot at 45 degrees. Hips and shoulders square forward. Inhale, breath. Good. On the exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Humble warrior. Inhale, breathe into the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Lean forward. Now you can rest the torso on top of the thigh. That's cool. Some of you may work the shoulder inside the knee. Wherever you're at, pull that left outer hip towards the heel behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, reach the fist up. Inhale, back to warrior one. Rise up, release the bind. Good. On the exhale, hands to the hips, spin the back foot up. Step it up, chair pose. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Hands to the hips. Hover this left foot. Step it back. Warrior one. Hips and shoulders square forward. Inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale. Find some depth. Good. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Interlace hands behind the back. Inhale. Breathe into the chest. Chest expansion. Exhale. Humble warrior. Lean forward. Crown of the head towards the ground. And you can rest on top of the thigh. That's cool. Or work inside the knee. Pull that right outer hip towards the heel behind you. Then try to relax the neck. Reach the fist up. Inhale, warrior one. Rise up. Push into the feet. Release the bind. Exhale, hands to the hips. Back foot spins up. Step it up. Chair pose. Inhale, breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Great job, guys. Bring the knees to the mat. Come to laying on your back. Good. We'll pull this right knee into the chest and then pull it up towards the armpit. Come into a supine twist. Bring the leg across the body. Extend the right arm off to the side. Relax the right shoulder. Trying to slow it down. Still maintain a little control over the breath. Inhale for about 5 seconds. Exhale for about 5 seconds. Did a great job with the practice today. Good job keeping up. Really does take some time to get used to this practice, but if we're consistent with it, our progress can happen pretty fast. Just stay positive, stay with it. I know this practice works. You just got to stay with it. And come back to center, extend that right leg, pull the left knee into the chest, and then bring that knee up towards the armpit. Supine twist, bring that leg across the body. Extend the left arm off to the side, relax the left shoulder. You'll notice in these twists, sometimes it's hard to breathe really low into the belly, so it's okay. Bring the breath into the upper chest. Nice smooth exhale. Good. Come back to center. Plant both feet into the ground, arms alongside the body. We'll come into bridge pose. Walk the heels towards the hips, toes pointing forward. Inhale, lift the hips up. Hold here. Option to interlace hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift up, push the feet down. Then try to reach the tailbone towards the knees. These are little tiny adjustments. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. First the upper back, the middle back, all the way to the tailbone. Nice job, guys. Extend the legs forward. We'll come into Shavasana. Bring the arms to the sides, flip the palms up, close the eyes. Exhale all the air out. Good. Take an inhale breath through the nose into the belly, all the way up to the heart. An open mouth. Exhale, let the breath go. Shavasana. In our Shavasana is the time for us to deepen our meditation practice. That's really one of the key concepts to yoga, is to do this practice and then to sit in meditation basically for as long as you have. I mean, if you can sit here for 10, 15, 20 minutes, you really feel the benefits of the practice. However long you have, give yourself this time to not concentrate, to not focus. Nothing left to do except take those gentle breaths in and out. Really did a great job with this practice today, building strength and stability in our practice. So stay in tune with the body, with how it feels. Continue to make those adjustments and those little modifications. We really want this practice to work for us. Again, please reach out to me if you have questions, if you need a little help figuring something out. This is what we're here for. Great job. If you have more time, feel free to rest in this Shavasana for as long as you got. If you're ready to move on, you can blink the eyes open, bring some movement into the hands and the feet. Well done with the practice today, friends. Now, if you know of anybody who would benefit from these practices, I would really appreciate you sharing this with them. And the idea is to get these practices out to as many people as possible that are open to it, that are willing to try, because I know these practices work, and it's just such a good way to go when we're doing this kind of inner work. So thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video. Stick with it. You're doing great. Progress is being made.